Hello, Pisces. Welcome to I Am Pisces, where this channel is for Pisces, all about Pisces. Cross watchers, you are welcome. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday so far. I know it's, this is Saturday morning where I am. But anyway, I am going to be pulling from some intuitive messages. These messages are basically someone that you are no longer in contact with. This is from somebody that hurt you and that caused the separation between you and them. Most of the messages are going to come from them, but there will also be some coming from you as well. All right. All right. So, Pisces, let's get into it. Let's see. I regret letting fear speak louder than love. I regret letting fear speak louder than love. Okay. So, this is somebody that held back. They held back out of fear. Somebody, this is more than likely somebody that it sounds like a runner as well. Somebody that may run when things get a little, when they feel like that they about to, they are starting to catch feelings. Maybe they, this is somebody that may, fear vulnerability. As a matter of fact, I sabotage joy because I fear vulnerability. That's what I just said. Come through, spirit. But yeah, this is they sabotaged their chance at happiness because they didn't want to be, they couldn't open up emotionally like that. I dream of a second chance. Wow. So this person, is, hoping that, maybe they might be hoping that there's a chance, that they could come back towards you. Who knows? My soul still calls to yours. Yeah, so this person is still connected, or they are trying to stay connected to you. This is a soul tie that you had with this person. I wish I had been strong enough to stay and fight for what we had, but I was a coward. Yeah, they were a coward. They wish that they could have, stood up for it, fought for it, really, put the work in, but they didn't want to be vulnerable. My holding back cost me your love. Yeah. So their holding back from you cost them. It cost them something that they may not never get back. They may not never get back. I thought I was protecting myself. I lost to you. So they thought that they were protecting themselves, like protecting their heart by not being vulnerable and holding back and all this type of stuff. But it cost them. It cost them you. It cost them what they had with you. Yeah. Can we start fresh? So this is for some of them. This is somebody that dream of a second chance, and if they would ever get the opportunity, they would like to get a fresh start. Start over again with you, Pisces. Yeah. I abandoned your trust when I needed it the most. Yeah, they abandoned your trust when they needed it the most. They took it. They took it for granted. That's what they did. They took it for granted. Hmm. I cannot take back the things I've done. I feel it deeply. Yeah, this is somebody that's in regret. Big, big, big regret. They cannot take back what they've done, and they living with that. They got to. They got to live with it. I see your worth now. Now you know that you moved on from them. Now it's like, okay, I see the value of Pisces. I see the worth. You know, um, hmm. And then for some of them, they could have seen it, but they took it for granted. They took it for granted. Yeah, I regret what I did. They regret what they did. Sabotaging this connection. Not giving you equal give and take. Not giving you not reciprocating, giving back what you was giving them. I've been healing with you. So this is somebody that energetically they can feel you're healing, you know. And for some of them, they are also trying to heal. This is not for all of them. This is probably just a few. They may be trying, you know. I hurt the person who made me feel alive. That person was you. You know, somebody that brought them joy. Somebody that made them feel in ways that nobody else could make them feel. But yet you were the one that they hurt. I know now that I was my own worst enemy when it came to us. Yeah, they were their own worst enemy. Because outside of hurting you, they ended up hurting themselves. In the long run, I can never undo the moments I hurt you. Yeah. So and this is somebody that did a lot. The silence is louder than our fights. So if you your silence is speaking louder than words with this person. Even the fights that y'all had don't even compare to how they are feeling about you being silent. My mistakes pushed you away, and I regret every one. They regret every mistake that they've made concerning you and the connection. I wanted love, but my actions didn't show it. Yeah. Deep down, they did. They wanted love, but the way they moved, the way they spoke to you, the things that they've done to you, it showed otherwise. This is somebody that basically showed their true colors. I take full responsibility for things not working out between us. Yeah, they take responsibility for it now because for some of them, they accepting the fact that they sabotaged it. Every mistake is a lesson. Spirit is saying, every mistake is a lesson, not a life sentence. Yeah, it's just a lesson. You take what you got to take from it, and you move on from it. Don't carry it. Don't constantly carry it. Because as I said before, we are not our mistakes. We are not the mistakes that we make. We make the mistakes. We learn from it. We get what we need to get from it. Get the lesson and move on. I let the opportunity of a lifetime slip through my hands. Yeah. You are basically the missed opportunity. Yeah, that one true chance at happiness and love. What they at really they this was their like maybe with you it was like the one true chance at having that 10 of cups, and they fold. I broke what can never fully. I broke what can never fully be repaired. Yeah. Um, some of them feel like there's no coming back from this. You know, whereas you may have some of them, that wants to try to come back and fix it, wants another chance. Um, even though they have done too much. you know, I miss you in ways I cannot fix. Yeah, they miss you in ways that they cannot fix. Missing you in ways they probably don't even understand themselves. I carry the regret of my own doing like a shadow. Yeah, because they are being haunted. They are being haunted by what they've done. Mm. Spirit is not going to let this person forget. I watch you from afar. So for some of you, they are watching. Watching you basically move on. My pride keeps me from apologizing. So some of them are so arrogant, so full of pride. They ego, stubborn, that they will not apologize. Some of them don't even know how. Loving you should have been a lot simpler than I made it. Yeah, because they made it complicated. They made it complicated for themselves. You know, um, the love was there, but they made it complicated. I wish I had cherished you more than my friends. So this is somebody that put other people before you too. They put their friends before you, maybe even family. They put before you. They treated others as though they were more important. You know, mm. And this is coming from you, Pisces. You will never know my pain. This person will never truly know the hurt that they caused. They will never truly know, for some, or never understand. You broke my trust. This is coming from you too. You trusted this person. You allowed them to come in. You put your heart in their hands, and they dropped it and broke it. I should have listened to my heart instead of my pride. Yeah, they listened to their pride and ego. Mm-hmm. And just kind of like buried how they truly felt, and listening to their pride and ego, and then for some of them, they were listening to those that they put before you. They were listening to them as well. For some of them, they were listening to the ones that they seemed to care more about than they did you. Yeah. I am learning the hard way what it means to take love for granted. Yeah. They learned the hard way. You know, about taking somebody's love for granted, especially if it's unconditional love, because that's a very rare form of love, man. We don't a lot. That's the type of love that's hard to find. Hard to find. I act like I've moved on, but I'm haunted. Yeah. So they are haunted by their past and the mistakes that they made with you, probably mistakes that they made and throughout life. But definitely their connection with you, yeah. I feel like that they treated someone, um, you know, they treated a great person, a kind and loving person, like yourselves, somebody that didn't deserve it. They treated this person like they were nothing. You know, they did not value this person. They didn't value you. They didn't value what they had. I wish I could turn back and choose differently. Yeah. Um, um, they are wishing that they could, go back and, and make things right. But what's done is done. I hurt the one person who believed in me completely. Yeah. Yeah. Not only did you give this person your love, your trust, you gave them support, especially on the emotional side of it, loyalty, and your own vulnerability. As I said, you put your heart in their hands and they dropped it. My words and actions caused distance between us. Yeah. Yeah. They pushed you away. Their words and their actions and all these things. Yeah. It caused you to put distance between you and them. Not only did you put distance in between you and this person, but you also put silence as well between you and them. I hate that we are that I hate that we're strangers. Yeah, they hate the fact that you know um, I guess to them, because for some of y'all this distance, I mean this uh um this could this breakup or whatever could have, for some of you it could have happened years ago. For some of you it could have happened as recently. But and now that you have been healing and you've moved on, um, you may see this. This person feels like this is how you see them. Like you see them as a stranger. Like this is just somebody I used to know, type of thing. I let pride get in the way. Yeah. Hmm. I am learning too late the value of tenderness and trust. Yeah, learning too late. Um, hmm. Because they know that they are learning too. That see, trust is it's a very it's a very fragile thing. It's like when you break it, it's not quite the same anymore. It's not the same. Even if you try to put it back together, it still won't be the same. And okay, so Pisces, this is coming from you. I forgive, but I don't forget. Some of you may forgive this person, but you have not forgotten what they've done and how they have treated you. You haven't forgotten that. I can't see I can't see you the same anymore. This is also your energy. You don't see this person the same because this person has shown you who they really are. Yeah. I miss you, but I can't face you. Yeah. So they want that. Some of them can't face you because they've done too much. It's the guilt of it all. And shame, guilt, all of that. Yeah. Uh, this person cannot face you. And even if they did, like, what would they really say? What would they really say? Yeah. I regret confusing love with control. Hmm. Yeah, so this was a very controlling, this could have been a controlling person. Somebody that wanted things to go their way. Um, uh, this is somebody that confuses love with control. And then they may be also somebody that may confuse lust over love as well, Hmm. This is somebody that really don't know how to love healthy. They probably could have grown up this way, never been shown what healthy love looks like, you know. So this is somebody that carries a lot of baggage themselves, um, toxic baggage for some of them. So they run from love and they sabotage it, cause um, they're not used to being loved, or they're not used to being loved in a healthy way. You know, I I'm willing to meet you halfway. So so some of them want to reconnect, um, and you know, uh, but I feel like, don't meet me halfway, meet me all the way, because because halfway is not going to be good enough. You know, that's not going to be good enough. So it's like, basically, this person want to come in and put in some of the work, but not all of it. Hmm. You were patient with me, but I took it for granted. Yeah, you could have been very patient with this person. Waiting for them to get it together, and they more than likely took you for granted because they thought that you would always be there. Yeah. I am constantly reminded of what could have been. Yeah. They'll always be haunted by what they could have had with you. Yeah. My heart regrets the moments I let anger win over love. Yeah. This could have been a person who could have had anger issues. They could have had anger issues. Hmm. I I acted out of fear, and now love is silent. Yeah, they acted out of fear, so now the love is gone. You took it away. It's no longer there. You know, um, because because they ran from it and they fought against it. The more you try to love, the more they push back. The more you try to love, the more they push. I took for granted the love I thought would never leave. See, that's why I was just saying. They thought that you wasn't going nowhere. They thought that no matter what they did or said or however they treated you, that it was gonna always be there. Yeah. And you say, Pisces, you always thought that you wasn't enough for this person. Because you said, I wonder why I wasn't enough. And just because and they treated you this way. You were never enough because that's how they felt about themselves. Deep down, they were never enough. I am sorry for every time I made you doubt my heart. Yeah. Hmm. I pushed you away because of my own brokenness. Hmm. Yeah. So that's why I said this person had their own bags to carry. And this is your message here, Pisces. I deserved honesty, not betrayal. Yeah. You knew that you didn't deserve this from this person. You know, all you wanted was them to be reciprocal for what you was bringing to their life, and they couldn't do that. So they betrayed you. Yeah. I want peace and love with you again. Yeah. Uh so all that you were given, now they see it for what it is and they want it back. And the last card is, I'm ready to talk if you are. So if you are willing to talk, Pisces, with this person, they are willing to talk to you. And now this is just for some of them. This is just for some. Let's see who the signs are, Pisces, that you could have been connected to. Let's see. A fellow water sign, Cancer, could be significant. Okay. A Virgo, earth sign. Aquarius, air sign. And then I have air again, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. Uh-oh. Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Libra again. Okay. And then at the bottom, I have fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. All right. Pisces. That's all I have for this reading. If it resonates, give me a like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Cross watchers, you as well. I would love to have you all. And for those of you who's donated to the channel, thank you for the blessing. I appreciate it. Thank you. So until next time, Pisces, I pray that God bless and keep all of you. Bye-bye.